Hello and welcome to part, where are we, part 9? Part 9 of the HMS Hood 1350 scale by model by Trumpeter. Um, in this video, I'm working on the upper deck detail here, where I've actually marked off all the pieces that need to come off that are all molded in, which are mostly all the lifeboat what do you call them, what the lifeboat's sitting on, and there's a few hatches that'll be replaced with photo etch. You can see I've put on a couple already, because there's actually an extra piece photo etch on the molding. There's only 2 lifeboat supports, but there's actually 3, so I've got a little bit of styrene which I've just put in there just to make sure they're lined up as I'm gluing them down. Take that away now, just making sure that they're straight, that center one's in the right place, using that as just a little template. So yeah, there's quite a bit of photo etch to get through, as you can see here. So all these here are the supports for the life rafts, and then on another sheet there'll be some more hatchways to go on there. So I'm slowly working through this because what I want to do is get to the point where all the photo etch is on there, and then this whole area needs to be sprayed same color as the ship. So that's the color up until halfway here, which is then the decking, which is the last piece of decking, which is going to go sit on there, something like that. So now these will fit. There is places. Oh, actually, I just realized there's no gaps in the decking for that 3rd piece, so I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do there now. Interesting. Yeah, another little problem I come across, so I may have to go without that centerpiece, because if I put them on top of the decking, they're going to sit too high and it's not going to be level, and it's too hard to cut a hole in and make the slots in the decking, because that's actually real wood, and it would be a mess. So yeah, I'm just lucky I pulled that out, noticed it. So anyway, I will work through and see how it goes. Maybe the lifeboat supports on the decking side don't have the 3. These ones are okay because it's going to be painted over. There's no decking to go on top of that. So I'll check the instructions and see that maybe there is not a 3rd piece between. If there is, I'll have to leave it out, just for the fact that the decking won't fit over them. Anyway, I'll be back in it shortly, and we'll see how this looks. So I have checked the instructions. As you can see, the lifeboat supports that are all going to be on the decking part of the ship have the extra piece in there of photo etch. So there's 3 supports for each lifeboat, but because there's no cutout in the decking for that 3rd support, I won't be able to use them. Even if I put them on after the decking went down, they would sit too high, because 2 at either end would be sitting in the slot for them on the deck as they are, but the 3rd one's going to be too high, and the lifeboat's just not going to sit properly. So anyway, I'll get on with removing all these pieces and adding this. Just realised I won't be undercoating this for quite a while. All these gun placements are going. The barriers all around here, both sides, they need to have all these supports put in. So you can see these tiny little supports here. Now there's about 70 of them, and each one needs to be placed against that barrier, or up against these around, and only around the front, because I need to leave room because there's boxes that are going in here. Not sure what they are, but they're going to go in there. So on the front, around the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So we'll be taking a while to get that done. So yeah, it's not time to paint yet, let alone put the decking down. Decking's going to take a while. Okay. Okay, so just double checking here, and I find that there's actually about 150, 160 of these. Each one is actually 2 pieces. So there's 160. That's going to be very time consuming. And hey, when you buy a detail kit, well, that's what you get, the detail. So there's approximately 9 pieces to go on each of these 6. Did I say 9? Oh, either way, there's 150, 160 pieces in here, and I'm guessing there might be some more elsewhere on the ship to be fitted, but for now, that's what I'm going to start working on now. Okay, back shortly. Okay, welcome back. I've turned to doing some of the boxes that are on board the ship here. Photo which shows them as these. There's 3 different types, all similar sizes, but there's 3 different types of photo etch to go on each. There's quite a lot of these to be made. The instructions got about, counted 13 here. Now these all go down where the guns will go, so they're not going to be on the decking. So that means I can put them on now, so they'll be sprayed before the decking goes down. So there's all those, but then there's the same on the other side, so that'll be another 15 or so. And then go over the page, we've got them. There's more of them all the way up along here, so there's probably another 10 or 12 on that side, and then there'll be more on the opposite side as well. So there's quite a lot. So what I'm doing is, to make it easier, I'm cutting off. It's going to be all these pieces. That's all of them there for one size. Then there's those ones, I think they're for the smaller ones. And there's another lot there. So all those will come off. And then I'm going to have them, see them all there. And what I'm doing to make them easy to put on is, while the pieces, the plastic pieces, are still on the sprue here, I'll attach the photo etch, glue the photo etch onto them. At least they're all in a nice position to be able to just use the wax pencil and drop it in place and glue them all down. Then I'll cut these off when I'm done. So that'll take me a bit of time. There's all the sizes there are. So we've got these ones continue up along here. There's the smaller ones here, and I think there's another size which might be on another sprue somewhere. So yeah, I'm going to progress along with that, and then I'll end up most likely sticking all those down onto the deck here. So they'll all go inside these. There's marks and spots where all these will go, and they'll all be on the painted area, not the decking. So the decking will still go down over the top after they've been put on. It's been a bit confusing. I've put some more of the hose reels, you can see there. Now, this is how the instructions on the headard kit tell you, is to not use the original piece, but use the photo etch piece, and then bend two ends up, and then in between for the actual reel is to just use a piece of styrene, 1mm styrene, which I've been cutting, and I put those in there. But to be honest, I think the original plastic piece looks better. So I've done those ones now, and these ones will be underneath, so they'll be a little bit not as much easier to see, because there's stuff going on top of here. But when there's more reels to go up front here, like there's three of them in a row go on here, I think I've decided to use the original plastic ones from the kit, because they just have more detail. So I'll be doing that. So yeah, I'll continue on and keep going on this. It'll be a while before I am ready to paint this. Yeah, because the further I go ahead in the instructions, the more pieces I'm finding and I'm going to need to put on here. It'd be much easier to do that and spray them on here rather than trying to spray them after. So anyway, I'll keep going, back shortly and show you where we're at. Okay, so I thought I'd show you where I'm at the moment, and see that we have these little braces here. I've used a few of them. There's about, I think about 130. And what I'm doing is cutting them off that. I attach them onto the blue tack just to hold them in place so they don't disappear into the carpet monster. And then I'll pick one up, we'll touch it in my ultra glue from MIG, which has been watered down, and then I'll bring it over here and see them on the wall there, touch them in there, place them. As you can see there, I've done, what's that, 3, 4, 5. So I've only got about 130 to go, and they have to be done all the way around. So, yeah, it's going to take me a bit of time to show you how small some of this stuff can be, to give you an idea. My thumb in the picture. Yeah, very, very tiny. Okay, hopefully won't be too long. I'll be right back. Cheers. Okay, I'm back, and we've had quite a bit of progress. I finished all the little supports all the way around the side of the decking, and I've managed to paint it. So there we are. So it's looking really nice. You can see all the little supports in there make it look much better than just having the flat plastic around the sides. Yeah, definitely more detail. All the struts in there that hold all the lifeboats look better than the plain plastic ones. I've got all the boxes in there, and it's like there may be ventilation systems. Not too sure what they are actually. I will find out. They're all done. There's a few more to add. So the decking is from here down, which is the wood decking. So that's why you'll see some patches covered. So providing these areas in here, these bits in here are covered, where there's no decking. That's all the grey that's going to show, as well as all the little pieces that point through. This half is all the grey that it's going to be, except the centre, of course, when we build up the funnels and the main bridge area. And talking about that, the section that sits on top there, I've painted that as well. That's a deck brown. Now that's come up quite nice. The camera doesn't really show the colour too well, but yeah, it is brown. So the idea is it's grey around the outside. When this dries by tomorrow, I'll tape this up, and then I'll do the insides of the outer area there, all grey as well. I will check the instructions too, whether I need to put some of those supports there or not, because I do have a lot left over, and if I can use them somewhere, I will. Depends on how much of that will actually be covered, and they're a lot lower than the ones down here anyway, so they probably wouldn't go too well. But yeah, that's where we're at. So, and that's it. I'll continue on. Basically just let things dry overnight now, and we'll put the final piece of decking down. Should be good. And then I can start putting all the individual pieces that I've labelled all on the deck and touch up all those bits that weren't painted. Okay, so that's it for part 9, and if you'd like to subscribe and get notified of the next update video that comes out, that'd be great. If you like the video, like it. If you want to make some comments, please make some comments. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye now. Thanks.